So I saw these at the grocery store and I decided to pick them up because my daughter is taking an honors class. She has a lot of homework every night and she's been a little bit grumpy the last couple days. So when I seen these in the store, I decided to pick them up because they're like bright and cheery. The only downside is that I didn't plan ahead and I don't have a vase for these. So I'm gonna have to use like a bowl, and the biggest bowl we have is not very big. It's like this shallow little bowl here, but hopefully it'll be good enough to keep these alive. Cut flowers in general don't necessarily live too long, so hopefully it'll help reset those emotions and bring a little bit of cheer if she's feeling overwhelmed with school. So this is the bowl of sunflowers. It's just a little shallow bowl. I don't think I did the best cutting the stems to the right size to make it sit the way I wanted it to, but this will get the job done. Still looks nice. So, all right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and create a very quick love note to go with my bowl of flowers. So this here is my planner, the Happy Planner from last year. I no longer need this planner, and I just kind of been using things as scrap paper and for like little projects like this. So I found this divider here with a nice little print in the background. So I think I'm gonna cut out a square, and I have an index card that I cut that I can use to write a little note. I have some scissors, I have a glue stick that I found, and we'll just see how it turns out. I'm not expecting it to be perfect. I don't need it to be perfect. It's just like a little quick something I'm throwing together. So here's my note. I ended up coloring a little bit of the background just because the white on white was all just blending together. If I really wanted to spend more time on it, I would have colored the border of the index card that I put on top. So here is my love note that says, "There is ice cream in the freezer. Love, Mom." And there we have it, a bowl of flowers with a little note. All right, so another Amazon order came in the mail, so let's see what we got. So my daughter seen me doing the paint by numbers and she wanted one as well, and she picked out one off of Amazon. This one is from a different company. It looks a lot different. Mine came in like a scroll, and I guess this one you just kind of unfold. Okay, I know what this is. I had some major FOMO. Whenever I go to the gym, everyone has a hydro flask, and then I always forget my water bottle. They do have like water fountains, but I don't like drinking from there. So I went on Amazon and purchased a hydro flask as well. So let's look at this one. And I think it's like when I'm working out and getting really sweaty, when I see other people with water, with cold water, it makes me even more thirsty. This brand water bottle got 50,000 reviews on Amazon, and there were good reviews. Here's mine. I got it in coral and it looks new. One of the reviewers said that theirs came used and like moisture was already inside it. This looks new. Looks like it has the instructions inside, has 2 straws, has the original cap, still has the plastic on it, and an additional cap. Alright, and lastly, I had purchased some charms, and the cheapest out of all of them, like it made more sense to buy the 200 pack as opposed to just like 10 at a time. More bang for your buck if you buy the larger quantity. So I don't actually need all 200 charms. I just probably need like half of that. So I'm gonna go through these. I'm gonna sort through the ones I absolutely want to keep, and then any duplicates that I don't want, I'll just resell just to get some money back. So I also received in the mail, Amazon sent out their toy catalog for this year. So I was just mindlessly flipping through it, and I don't know, I think I'm just having like an emotional day because I keep on reminiscing on the past. Does anybody do that? Like it hits you out of nowhere. You're so focused on today, you make future plans, but then every once in a while, reminiscing on the past just hits you really hard. And as I was flipping through the catalog, it kind of made me a little bit sad because, oh cool, free stickers. I'm gonna keep these. It made me sad in the sense that all these toys, my daughter is too old for them now. Like when they're little, it's so easy to shop for them. I still can't believe that my daughter, who has been in some of my videos when she was like this tiny little kid, and now I have a teenager. She was little. She was so down for everything. All my weird ideas. She always wanted to be with me, always wanted to come to the store. She literally was my shadow for so long. And now that she's a teenager and she's getting older and she's more confident in herself, all my crazy ideas, she doesn't agree to anymore. She really, like, when I tell her something, she'll like sit there and think about it and kind of will form her own opinion and be like, oh no, that's a bad idea. No, no, no. Because in the past, like, I could tell her, I think one time I told her, I was like, if I get a job at Google, do you want to live in the Google parking lot with me? That was at the time where it was in the news that like Google employees were living in the Google parking lot for like a year so they could save up money for a house. And then I just said to her, I'm like, if I get a job at Google, you want to live in the parking lot with me and save money? And she was like, yeah, because, you know, as a toddler, as a little kid, all your mom's ideas seem great. And I was just joking. I want to live in the Google parking lot. Not when I have like others with me. I have my daughter, I have my 2 dogs. We can't live in the parking lot. But if it was just me and I got a job at Google, I would probably try to live in the parking lot, like, cause why not? It'd be an experience and you'd save money. Yeah, but now I really can see, like, whenever I drop her off at school now, all the kids seem so much more grown. And like they're already starting to wear makeup. I can see that a lot of them have come into like their own fashion style. And even my daughter, like, she's more self-aware. Like, when I drop her off at school, we like kind of hang out in the car a few minutes because we get there a little bit early and we listen to music. And then when it comes time for her to get out of the car and go to class, she tells me to turn down the radio. She's like, can you turn down the radio? It's really loud. Like, there's that sense of like, Mom, thank you for dropping me off, but I don't want to be embarrassed by you. It's that sense. So I'm not sure if they sent these to everyone. Like, if you have Amazon Prime, you might have received this. And all the toys in here seem so cool. But all my nieces and nephews, for the most part, are getting older. Like, they're too old for this stuff. Oh gosh, this game, that's the type of game we would play when she was little. And you know what I think it is? I think I can feel change is on the way. Like, a lot's changing. My child's getting older. I'm getting older. I just feel like change is on the way. And obviously I don't feel ready because I don't do well with change. And I'm feeling really not ready. Like, are you ever ready for change? I'm just that type of person that I do better when I have a plan and I can create a schedule. Like, tomorrow this will happen, next week that this will happen, next month, next year this will happen. And I feel like there's no plan right now. Like, change is happening whether I like it or not. And per usual, I just need to hang on and go with the flow. And when I think back to past years, change is always happening and I've always been just fine. It always ended up fine, but it's just that I just don't know why I feel extra anxious today. And I feel not ready for change. Like, I guess I'm stuck in feeling comfortable. Like, I like the way things are just like this. I'm happy where I live. I'm happy with my job. I'm happy with how things are going in life. Like, I'm so content and happy with how things are right now. Will it be like this forever? Of course not. Of course it's not going to be. There's always going to be change. And I just have that feeling of not being ready. I guess I am just so happy and content right now. I'm just worried that like any change will ruin it and like tip the scales in the direction, in like a negative direction, which I always feel that way. Like, whenever there is like a change coming up, I always feel that way. And so far, everything has always turned out fine. Today, I've just been so in my head, just worrying and kind of just not wanting to do anything. And I kind of have a lot to do this evening, I have a lot to do tomorrow. Terrible timing as far as mindset, but yeah, just really in my head today.